Today we are going to be discussing chapters 21 through 25 of the book Kite.
Chapter 21 starts with Amir and Farid in the car driving into Kabul. They arrive at Amir's childhood home, and upon seeing his house again for the first time since he was a kid, he reminisces on his memories from growing up with Hassan, and he goes back up to the hill that he and Hassan used to play at.
After reminiscing over his childhood home, Amir and Farid were staying in a rundown hotel in Kabul. The next day, they had attended a soccer game. This marked a turning point as Amir witnessed the terrifying control they have over people. This tension builds as we introduce chapter 22. Amir finally meets the Taliban who's holding Sohrab. This encounter reveals dark truths and pushes Amir to confront his past and present.
As we move into chapter 22, Amir meets with the Taliban who holds Sohrab, making it clear it wasn't just a physical confrontation, but emotional for Amir. A striking moment in chapter 22 was when the Taliban, who is later revealed to be a Seth, rips off Amir's fake beard, a symbol of hypocrisy and his way of disguisement. This being an act of manipulation and control, which is highlighted by the reality of corruption under the Taliban. Sohrab is forced to dance in order to amuse these men. The scene is unsettling and embodies the loss of his innocence and humanity, while also drawing a parallel to Hassan's own victimization.
Amir is constantly reminded of this suffering cycle caused by silence and inaction. Amir's internal struggle during this chapter shows his guilt and need for redemption, as every choice he makes is weighted like a chance to rewrite not just his own story but the pain he was left to deal with. The chapter ends with a fight between Amir and Asif, where Sohrab steps up and saves Amir using a slingshot, just as Hassan would have done.
The next chapter is spent in the hospital in Peshawar, where Amir is healing from his battle with Asif. For the first few days that Amir was in the hospital, he was in and out of consciousness. After the chaotic events with Asif, chapter 23 brought us a welcome change in pace, and it gives us moments of reflection and clarity.
This letter is huge. Rahim Khan's words hit Amir hard. Amir needs to find a way back to redeem himself. Rahim Khan explains why he brought Amir back. More importantly, it reveals that Hassan was Amir's half-brother. It reframes everything. It's not just about guilt anymore. It was about honoring family, repairing damage to his brother's legacy. There's also highlights of the weight carried by silence. Rahim Khan admits he knew about the assault and Hassan's pain, but did nothing.
After reading the letter, Amir and Sohrab leave Peshawar and head towards Islamabad. The drive is quiet but heavy. The drive represents Amir leaving behind the shadows of his past and stepping into the responsibility of becoming Sohrab's protector. It's not just about guilt anymore, it's about love, responsibility, and starting over. Chapter 24 brings us to Islamabad, where Amir and Sohrab are staying in a nicer, quieter hotel. At first, it feels like a moment of relief after everything they've been through, though this chapter very quickly changes into being very emotional and holds a lot of power over the story.
Sohrab is not in a good place mentally, physically, emotionally. He's withdrawn, traumatized, and deeply unsure about what the future still has for him. Amir tries to connect with him, but it's clear that truth isn't something Sohrab gives away easily. Who can blame him? He's been through so much. One of the most heartbreaking moments is when Sohrab runs off after visiting the mosque. That scene by the fountain really hit hard. Sohrab opens up about feeling dirty and used, a direct result of his victimization by the Taliban. It's such a raw moment carrying his burden.
What's really meaningful here is that Amir isn't just trying to save Sohrab for Hassan anymore. He genuinely cares about Sohrab as his own person. It's not about redemption anymore, it's about love and offering Sohrab a chance to heal. It's such a powerful moment because it shows Amir stepping fully into the role of being his protector, something he has failed to do for Hassan all those years ago. While Sohrab's trauma won't disappear overnight, this chapter plants the seed of a new beginning.
Sohrab's suicide attempt leaves Amir shattered. He rushes him to the hospital, consumed with guilt, but things don't get any easier when they arrive. One of the most heart-wrenching moments is when the doctors won't let Amir see Sohrab. It's a brutal reminder of how little control Amir has. For so long, he's been trying to make amends to fix things, but in this moment, he's forced to face the fact that some wounds are beyond his power to heal.
Amir is left grappling with the aftermath of yet another tragedy. They make it to America, but the scars, both visible and invisible, are impossible to ignore. Sohrab is completely shut down. He barely speaks, doesn't engage, and spends most of his time staring into nothingness. This silence is deafening. It's a reminder of everything he's endured and how deep the trauma runs. For a long time, it seems like the cycle of silence and pain will never end.
Even in this silence, there's something to be said about Amir's persistence. He doesn't run away even when it's hard. He stays determined to be there for Sohrab in a way he hasn't for Hassan. That moment Amir running the kite for Sohrab symbolizes so much.
It's redemption, love, and the beginning of a long road toward healing. It shows that while the past can't be undone, there's still room for hope in the future. That's what makes The Kite Runner such a powerful story. It doesn't sugarcoat the pain, but it reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there's a chance to make things better.